Hello, interwebs. It's me coming back at you with another Coffee with Mom. Hey guys, so it's been a while. Been a really long while. I had this whole thing planned out in my head, but this is what I get for not writing it down. I forget what I was gonna say. Um, I had to take a break from Coffee with Mom. Not so much because I wanted to, but because I had to. For those of you that don't know, my family went through a pretty rough transition this last month. We went from living in a 2,200 square foot duplex to about 75 square feet for now. So our landlord decided that he wanted to sell our duplex. And in order to get the kind of buyer that he wanted, he had to raise our rent. And he raised our rent by almost $400 more a month, which is not something my husband and I could practically pay. So we opted, like our neighbors who were on the other side, to move out. He gave us 20 days to leave, which is reasonable if you didn't live in a 2,200 square foot duplex stuffed to the gills full of stuff. So I had to go through, and I spent most of my days figuring out what we were donating, what we were selling, what we were keeping, and packing. Packing was a nightmare. Put most of our stuff in storage and opted not to rent another place. Instead, we're going to spend the summer living in our camper. I know I'm not currently in our camper. I'll explain that in a minute. So we have this 1963 Dreamers in-bed truck camper that we've been remodeling. And if you would like to see more on that, you're more than welcome to go to my husband's channel and check that out. We're not even close to being done remodeling it. We're pretty much living in it now, which has its own problems. So, we parked it in my parents' yard and put most of our stuff in storage. And then my dad graciously gave us his game room as a day room, someplace for us to play games and watch TV and do the family thing, which is where I'm currently sitting. So we actually threw away our couches. So we had to go get, and we just went and got 2 love seats, small, little. But it took all 20 days, and it was jam-packed 20 days. We had no extra room in that timeline for anything to get out. And we didn't even get a chance to clean the duplex, which is completely not our style because we just ran out of time. The kids have handled the move pretty well. Now, of course, we're just moving to Grandma and Grandpa's, which is a place they're familiar with. They've handled the move pretty well. The camper living, on the other hand, is when you have 2 special needs, it can get a little difficult. Lots of little fights. Nothing too big, just lots of little fights have broken out. So we're just keeping an eye on that. We're nipping that in the butt and just making sure that we continue with therapy and schedules and that there are rules posted and things in place to make it easier for them. Not that it was any easier on me. So that's what's been happening. We are finally settled. It took us about a month to get settled, to get things where they needed to be, get in a routine. I babysit during the day, so I either babysit in the day room or in my parents' room because the camper's just too small. So yeah, that's my job. I have 3 extra kids, so on average I have about 5 kids during the week. And then I'm sorry, I'm having nose problems today. We try really hard to be gone on the weekends. Camping, hiking, swimming, we try to be gone most weekends to give my parents a break, because it's hard with 2 to 5 screaming children running around all over the place. I will be doing more coffee with moms. It just was the worst 2 months I've had in a very long time. I was super stressed. My wedding anniversary is coming up. My husband's birthday is coming up. My nephew's birthdays are coming up. I have to look forward to back to school shopping next month. Well, not July, right? August. So that's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. Food storage seems to be, oh, I just kicked the pot. Food storage seems to be a bit of an issue. We brought our freezer over, and my parents let us borrow their big refrigerator. And in the day room, we have our mini fridge, because the ice chest in the camper is gross. We can't get the smell out for the life of us. So cooking is a bit of a juggling act. Now, how long are we going to be doing this? Depends upon when we can get a home loan. Could be the end of the summer. It could be a year. Who knows? But we're not going to pay damage deposit first and last, security deposit, and a pet deposit for someplace we're not sure we're going to be in for very long, which is why we decided not to rent and to do this instead. And doing this and not having rent, we pay my dad $500 for water and electric each month, which is $400 less than what we were paying. So we're taking that money, that extra money, and we're putting it away for a down payment when we're finally able to buy a house. So, plus, we don't pay the huge electric bill. We don't pay the cable bill. We don't pay an internet bill or a garbage bill. So all of that extra money is being put away. So we'll be able to afford a down payment on a house. So it's working out. That part of this is working out. It just takes some getting used to, and I really got to be on top of things, because when you're living in 75 square feet, it gets dirty fast. And even up here, my dad's game room is only 120 square feet, so it's not much bigger. So me, who doesn't like to clean, has to really be on top of cleaning. I think the person who is the least happy with this arrangement is my dog. She is not at all supportive of this, and she wants her yard back. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. I will be continuing Coffee with Mom. I will be continuing the conversation about how difficult it is parenting. How difficult it is parenting special needs children. And how difficult it is parenting when the parent has depression and anxiety. So, look forward to seeing me next week. And until then, toodles.